Hey guys, I'm back with another one, and this time we're talking about the Bose 700s, and I'll save you the whole video. If you want a pair of awesome headphones that have active noise canceling and cost a lot, go ahead and get these. You will not regret it. Starting off with the premium feel and experience. Forget the outsides. The minute you turn these things on, the whole experience, from the second you hear that little sound effect of the headphones turning on, to the second the music starts playing and it starts announcing all the battery life and different things that are happening, it is such a premium experience, and you can tell that you're really getting what you paid for with the actual headphones. So I actually picked these up for $3.95 Canadian, taxes in, delivered. It wasn't a Boxing Day anything, it was just the refurbished store. They often have units that come back and they will sell them for much cheaper, so make sure you check out that section. And for 400 bucks, these are a solid deal. Steal this deal. Now I mentioned that because these things retail for about 500 bucks plus tax. That's about 550, 560-ish Canadian, taxes in. So have a look at the website. If you don't see them there under the refurbished or outlet area, I see them pop up every couple of weeks. I promise you they'll show up. So be patient and you'll find them at a really good deal. All right, forget all that stuff. How do they sound? They sound amazing. I mentioned earlier that the minute you turn them on, you hear a really cool premium sound effect. And the music that comes out of these things is no exception. The bass is punchy. It's got the right amount of balance between the highs, the mids, and the lows. It's not tuned towards one particular genre of music, but if you listen to a couple of different things, like I listen to audiobooks, I listen to hip hop, I listen to K-pop, I listen to a bunch of things, and it sounds amazing. And for those of you who care, the mics on these things are pretty awesome as well. I've had a couple of calls and there've been no complaints. The build quality on these things is amazing. They feel really good. You know, they have a good amount of flex to them. I just don't like breaking things that cost a lot of money. But they flex really well, they feel really premium. Even the actual ear cups, they don't have like a cheap clicky sort of feel. Very fluid as far as the actual movement of the ear cups going up and down goes. I mean, even the case that these things come in is pretty solid. It has a little magnetic cover on the inside. The one complaint I have is that the case is a little wide for the footprint, but that's just the nature of the headphones. They don't exactly fold. Even the buttons on this thing are nice and solid. They are perfect size, so you can feel them even when you're wearing the headphones and you can't see them necessarily. The left ear cup has a customizable level of noise canceling that you can set in the app, and the right ear cup has a power button, as well as right below that, the personal assistant button that can be customized in your app. So you can use Google, or you can use Apple, or you can use Bixby. Why? Besides that, there are touch buttons on the actual ear cups. I'm not the biggest fan of those, but I'll mention those in a little bit more detail soon. They let you pause, play, increase the volume, lower the volume, and that's really pretty awesome for a pair of headphones like this. Battery life is solid on these things. Rest assured, 20 plus hours easily without breaking a sweat. Obviously, it depends on the number of devices you're connected to. And you know, if you run out of juice, USB-C. That is awesome. USB-C is ubiquitous. Everywhere you go, you have access to a USB charger for the most part, and depending on the brick that you plug them into, they charge pretty fast. Regardless of everything else, the main reason you're getting these guys is for the noise canceling. Now, I will say they are a solid benchmark of noise canceling headphones and what they should be. At their top level, these things sound like they're gonna suck your brain out of your ears, and it kind of makes me realize and appreciate the AirPod Pro's little vent feature where they're in your ear, but you can still hear things. You don't get that suction sort of feeling. But that being said, you can easily lower the strength of the noise canceling to a lower level, and it's perfectly fine. All of that awesomeness and pros aside, I will say there are a couple of negatives, but they're very subjective. Grain of salt, please. The first of those being that I don't like around ear headphones. My ears get really warm in them and it's just uncomfortable, especially with anything remotely that makes me warm, like if I'm doing cardio or something. Yeah, they sound great and they're really immersive to get into the workout, but I keep feeling my ears get warm, which makes me take them off, and I don't use them as often. Yes, I know. First world problems. I recognize that. In addition to that, I gotta say, as much as I love being able to control the volume of my music or whatever I'm listening to through the ear cups themselves, I almost said earpods, it does get to be a little bit annoying sometimes. If I take the headphones off and I keep them around my neck, there is a chance that you can accidentally touch something through your shirt, depending on the material it's made out of. I've often had my headphones playing something and they're just resting around my neck, and I'll shuffle around or I'll do something, pick something up, reach for something, and I'll inadvertently skip a track or pause a track or raise the volume. And again, it's not the end of the world, but it's just something that you should keep in mind. And last but not least, I will say the price is not something to scoff at. $560 retail, again, is a fair chunk of change for a pair of headphones that, honestly, if you're not going to use the noise canceling and you don't need the around ear format, you can go for much cheaper options. Heck, even the AirPod Pros cost like $200 less than these guys. That being said, like I mentioned, there are deals you can take advantage of on Bose's website directly. They give you 90 days to try them out. If you want to return them, you can return them for free. So if you're on the fence and you spot a deal, buy them, test them out for yourself, see if you like them. And if you don't, you always have the option to return them. Oh man, I almost forgot. One of the things that I really don't like is that they seem to trap a lot of grease, and I don't know what it is. I take showers regularly, I swear. But for some reason, they'll often accumulate a bunch of like grease, like you know how you see fingerprints on your phone or something on the back, just finger grease. You get that around the actual headband and the ear cups. It's not a big deal, but you know, if that bothers you like it bothers me, maybe get the white colored versions because you can't see them. A friend of mine has those and he doesn't report seeing that ever, even though he's a greasy guy. So that's been it for me, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Give it a like and a subscribe, or not. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna make more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.